It's the opening weekend of Bites and Pints at Kennywood Park, the first food festival, and Tom was here. Hello out there, wherever you are. As for me, it is June. It's ugly warm and sunny in the Pittsburgh area, and we are here to check out Bites and Pints at Kennywood Park. Now, this is Kennywood's first attempt at a food festival. Oh, and by the way, the hair is short, maybe too short. It is summer after all, but I wanted a 3 on the sides and back, not scorched earth, but what are you gonna do? Anywho, this is the first thing you're gonna check out, the Kennywood Food Festival. And they're trying to compete with people like, say, an Epcot or a Dollywood to have a food festival of their own. And I can't blame them. I hope it'll bring them business. But really, when you're going to a food festival, it's all about the food and drinks. And that's what I plan on exploring today. I am flying solo on this mission. The boy didn't want to come. He would rather swim, and I can't blame him. But he also doesn't like to try weird food, of which I'm more inclined to try. So, we're going to go check out Bites and Pints at Kennywood Park. Kind of see what it's all about. Let's go. We're here. My tripod always gets the formal security treatment every time I bring it in. It's literally just a tripod that pops out. It doesn't have an extender or anything. But look, I understand Kennywood's need to be protective and safe for anyone. But so I scanned the pass for Bites and Pints. I don't know where you actually get the card, so I'm going to try to figure that out. Okay, going in. In case you're wondering, they have a welcome center that's actually where you check in for to get your card. Okay, so I'm in and officially official. I'm given my bike card here. Now, season pass holders get a 15 if you go for the larger ones of the two. So I have 15 options, and apparently, I thought it was like a one-day thing where like you would have to use them on that same day. You know, I occasionally will test the limits of my stomach, but 15 food and drink options seems like a bit much, even if they are smaller portions. But the cool thing is you can use this until the end of the month. It's every weekend in June. So you can use it until the end of June. So if I don't use all the cards today and I come back for the end of June and it's a weekend, I can use them for the remaining amount on there. We're going to, I believe there's 7 different countries, cuisines that's represented. So we're going to try to get at least one, not necessarily food and drink item from one of the countries, but let's just say one item from each of the countries' pavilions. Try them out. I'll let you know my thoughts. I'm a semi-picky eater, so, you know, it might not be, you know, the same thing you're interested in as I'm interested in, but I'm going to try what I feel looks best on the menu, and I'll let you know whether it's good or not, and then you can let me know whether I'm wrong or not if you went yourself, but let me know. Well, considering we're sitting in front of it and there's no line at all, let's start with Japanese. Okay, stop number 1. This is from the Japanese Pavilion. This is the rose cider, and this is the chicken carrage, I guess you could say. I'm gonna butcher a bunch of pronunciations today, bear with me. Let's dip into the rose cider a little bit. It's pretty good. So definitely like an apple cider type. I would say, you know, similar to like an Angry Orchard type or something like that. And here's what you're getting. You're getting like 3 bite-sized things, but I think it's pretty good. So, I don't know what the dip is, but it's not bad. It's definitely, not bad. You know, based on the description, I thought this would probably be my favorite, so I figured I'd start out of the gate. But I'm not sure what the bite is. Chicken's great. Very lot of spices, a lot of pepper. Not a bad compliment with the cider either. If I had a knock, I would say it's maybe too much spice on this. So it's like real, like kind of like a hit of the senses, like very peppery, various spices. You can taste the spice as much as you can taste the chicken. Well, here's what I can tell you about Japanese. It's a success for me. I put that down and enjoyed it. I didn't suffer through anything. It was great. Now, as I walk my way around, walking the Japanese pavilion off, it's nice to see no close sign markers in here. That it's actually moving. It is operating today, which is a bonus. Scoreboard's still not on. Steelers Experience still not open. Store is down there. End Zone Cafe looks very closed. Same with the game. So it's really just the steel curtain that's running. But that is the main attraction. But I thought there were going to be other things. Like they were going to put like photo opportunities and a fountain and stuff like that. But to this point, and I understand with COVID and everything, they've restricted that some, but to this point they have yet to do that. Stop is the Italian Pavilion. I just made my second stop. It's the Italian Pavilion, and I got the sandwich, and it is a legit, I don't know if you can see this, it is like a full bruschetta sandwich. Probably not eating that whole thing if I want to survive the rest of the day and get to each pavilion, because it is big. So this is the Bellini, this is a specialty drink, and I think that's how I'm going to play it. I'm going to pick what my thing is on the menu, and I'm going to attempt to get the specialty drink at each pavilion, but we'll see how long this lasts. This may be Bites. I hope it's actually not good. I'm sure it will be good, and I'm hoping it's not good, because I would hate to waste it if it is. But it's a, like the chicken crunch one, it's the 3 bites, and it was pretty good portion size, like they were larger, but this is like a full size sandwich that is falling apart. Oh my god, it is good. So, it is, let me actually pull out the menu. I did this with the other one. But it is, so I can tell you what's on it. Shaved pork belly and loin, provolone, grilled ciabatta bed, rapini, and natural drippings, whatever that entails. But that's pretty good. So I'm not usually a big cheese on a sandwich person, but it is a food festival, so I'm going to try it just in its natural state. But I will say you don't taste the cheese as much. You taste the pork belly a good bit. And it's amazing. It's really good. It's weird. It's a Saturday. It is the first weekend of this. I don't know if anybody's done a video on it already, but none of the pavilions have been super busy. Like I just walked up to one, got my stuff. Usually there's like one person waiting in front of me. I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but when you walk up to a little station on the side of each counter, and you check in there, and if you're getting an alcoholic beverage, they card you. But if, for me, they put this little wristband on me that says that I'm 21, so they won't check my ID anymore, because somebody already checked it, which is nice. Bellini's not bad. So one thing for you wine or liquor snobs out there, they're pouring these out of like a can. I don't know, it's not any recognizable label or anything, but just so you're aware before you assume, there's some Sauvignon or whatever, somebody, popping a cork and pouring it out for you. They're coming out of a can. But it is a specialty drink. It's pretty good. Okay, I think I can only do half. But I will tell you this, definitely stop at Italian first. If you get the sandwich, it's gigantic, so be prepared for that. That's not a knock on them, it's great. Alright, Kennywood, come on, you're killing me with this. What are we doing? You can't be down a whole nother summer. This is the first weekend in June. I assumed you'd be up and running. I haven't seen you being tested at all. Now the covers are off you, so maybe, but let's go. Like, hurry up with this. Like, I can't, you know, Jackrabbit's been going 101 years. I'm sure there's been down times, but pretty steady for those 101 years. You've been open what? I don't even know how many, 5 maybe, if that? And you've been down 2 or 3 of those? So next time I'm here, you better be opened up. That's all. Alright, about time we open this back up, right? I mean, no one's wearing a mask anymore, basically. Like, just open it up. Like, there's no reason for this to be closed. Although the blowhole just... But yeah, open it back up. Come on, it's about time. Next stop on the journey is Mexican. Alright, next stop is the Mexican Pavilion for a little carne asada and a frozen margarita. So, pretty good. That is frozen, alright. It's pretty good. I mean, 3 stops in, everything's pretty amazing. And, I mean, let's see if you can see this. Here's a nice sized portion here. I mean, a good sized portion. So, I have 4 more stops to go. We'll see if I can make it. I always watch these videos, people at like Epcot and Dollywood just ripping down food. I'm always trying to figure out like why they could do that, like how they could do that. Well, there's a couple reasons. 1, it's so good, and 2, you have a mission. Both of which I have today. I have a mission to get something from all worlds, to get a drink from all worlds, and into food from all worlds, considering I have 15. Viva la France. Okay. Moving right along. We're at now number 4 on our list, the French Pavilion. Probably my least favorite offerings pavilion of them all. The reason being, far too much Nutella. So I got the Nutella stuffed pretzel twist, and it came in like a prepackaged thing, and the specialty drink is the sweet Finley slushy, frosé. Concord and Niagara grape sweet. Not bad. Tastes like wine. Tastes like a frozen wine. And the Nutella one, pretty good, actually. Probably because I didn't get into the Nutella yet. It's just like a chocolate pretzel, basically. Amazing so far. I don't know what it is about Nutella. I've never been a big fan of it. I know people love it. My wife loves it. Well, then again, am I into the Nutella? It's pretty good here so far. I would assume I'm into the Nutella, and it kind of tastes like, you know, when you get that jarred Nutella at home, or some people say it tastes like peanut butter. I never saw that it tastes like peanut butter. Here, it tastes like peanut butter. Maybe because it's pre-packaged, like already made. That's pretty good. And here I thought I was going to hate this. Okay. 3 more stops to go. See a little Raging Rapids going. That's awesome. No, not, looks like they cut off the waterfall. I still miss the area where you would go up there and escort people as they're coming down, but it's still good. It's still good. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ride this one if they got it up this summer, but nice to see it running. I was I was concerned this one would be on the chopping block, or maybe a roller coaster, because it takes up a large footprint, but so far so good. It's the biggest food for the event. Even other pavilions were saying this was best food, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, whew. Okay. And they had the biggest pavilion. You had the Japanese pavilion talking about them. So this is the Jamaican jerk chicken wings. And you get a nice portion of those. Down with a hurricane. It did say frozen hurricane. I see the frozen thing was cut out, so maybe like the machine was broken or something, but let's bite into this wing. I will say this. When something's kind of hyped, it's really hard for it to live up to the billing. I won't say this is my favorite thing that I've eaten today. It's not, in fact, it's not close. But don't get me wrong, it's a good chicken wing. It's just a matter of it's not quite what people are hyping it up to be, I guess you could say. And chicken's good, and the seasoning's very good. I mean, it's a good, nice, pretty good chicken wing. If you were eating it standalone, if this was a standalone offering from Kennywood, it'd be pretty good. It'd be one of my favorites, but when compared to some of the other pavilions, yeah, it's just okay. It's just hard when everything's so good that you kind of have to put a line. And go, this is a line. And certain things fall over that line, and certain things fall behind it. And look, I'm eating it. I'm tasting it. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Like I said, the spices are good. Hurricane's good. Okay. The last few stops of the day, we head to Germany. And they had a few different offerings, but considering I've been getting like food, I got the pretzel, which is basically just a large pretzel stick with some sauce. I assume it's like a cheese sauce. I'll try with and without, just to see. Good pretzel. Has that very German beer taste pretzel, but so because I'm in a semi-food coma at the moment, I didn't actually get beer. I got a hop cider, and I actually forgot. You know, I started out the day with a cider, which I don't know if that's beer. I would assume that's more beer than liquor, but anywho, dip it in some cheese. Okay, that's good too. No, so I'm not a big cheese dipper outside of nachos, but that's a good pretzel. My final stop coming out, Chinese Pavilion. With my final stop looming, I can say that I feel that the value is there. Especially if you get the 15 with the season pass holder. If you're with two people and you're splitting this, you're good. I'm doing this to let you know my thoughts on it. How I shouldn't be doing I shouldn't be doing all. It's gonna be 14 when it's wrapped up. Yeah, 13 and 14. I'll have one extra for if I come back. Based on the choices I made, based on the offerings out there, There's not one bad pavilion that I've experienced. Even though I knocked the Jamaican jerk chicken, it was great. It's just when it's overhyped, sometimes it doesn't live up to that, but it was great. I hope this is a regular thing every June. I did see the lines are lengthening at some of them, and I hope through word of mouth or maybe watching this video or other people's videos or whatever, that people start getting wise to this and coming down and, you know, testing this out, because I'd love for Kennywood to keep this around because it's awesome. Last but certainly not least, the Chinese food. And here it is, the final plate. This is the pork bao buns, and they were actually out of the Chang, the specialty beer, so it was replaced with an orange blossom ale. Well, here we are with the final plate on the table. We've, in theory, done it. We have tried each pavilion, one of their offerings, and a specialty drink. The specialty drink that they offer. Ooh, yeah, I'm not a super big beer fan. And the orange blossom ale is very beer tasting. Not bad, but just not, you know, compared to the liquors and hurricanes and various other forms and fashions from the various other pavilions. Okay, the pork bao buns. Let's see them. Very big operation here. Oh yeah. Oh my god. It's really good. Every pavilion's offering in now Bites have been amazing. Just amazing. Very, very good. I would say it's worth the ticket price and to opt for the 15 if you're a season pass holder. Do I recommend Bites and Pints? Absolutely. Do I recommend doing what I did and getting 14 separate offerings and food and drink from each pavilion? Maybe bring a friend. There are certainly portions of items that you can split. In fact, it's perfect for, I would say, 2 friends or a couple come in. Like the pork bao buns, there are 2 individual little ones here. This one, that one. You can split, right? You know, some of the items, there are like 3 wings. Maybe someone does 2 in 1, but definitely bring a couple. And I wouldn't say do what I did, which is not only completing food and drink from each pavilion available, but doing it over the course of about 2.5 to 3 hours. I can assume this is how man versus food feels after a food challenge. I'm feeling it. And I'll be honest, I didn't know if I was going to make it. So I'm thrilled in that sense that I made it. But man, I hate wasting food. I hate wasting good food. In each of these pavilions, very good food. So if you're here for a full day, like they run Bites and Pints on Saturdays and Sundays from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's a solid way to space it out. Maybe like one every like hour and a half to a couple hours here and there. Go on some rides. I will not be riding any rides after this today. I defy you. I challenge you to do what I did and then attempt to go on, say, like Aero 360 or something. Good luck holding that in. But no, it's a food festival and I was here for the food. And I can say, honestly, 2 things. 1, that I have to restart my weight loss journey because I feel like a glutton right now. But 2, more importantly, this is well worth your trip. This is well worth your time. This is well worth the price tag. I thought all the food offerings were very good. You know, I got the stuff that was most interesting to me. All right. It's so good though. So I may have to tap out. Would I have taken these in a different direction maybe next time? Perhaps. I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I think the end result is still the end result. Listen to that steel curtain go, and I love it. Yeah, it's back open. For sure. So at least it was only down for like the morning or something. That'll wrap it up for Bites and Pints 2021 Kennywood Food and Drink Festival. Definitely something that I'm hoping is there every year in June. I think it's something that will get more popular over time. It wasn't a super busy day for the food and drink, that is, but a super busy day for Kennywood. At least it felt busy. But the good thing is with Steel Curtain open, with other attractions open, people were able to space out a bit, so it didn't feel as busy. Of course, can't speak to ride lines. I didn't ride any of them. I would have used my last hole punch on my card for a wheelbarrow, so somebody could roll me out to my car or wheelchair. I wouldn't have minded that. Whew. You know, it's funny, after I was done, I was like, that's not so bad. I don't feel it. I certainly feel it now. I feel like I'm carrying around 7 different international cuisines, food and beverages in my belly. Just also wanted to let you know, so Kennywood have lifted their mask mandate for people that are like, you know, wear masks in cars by themselves. They've lifted their mask mandate. I brought my mask. I am fully vaccinated. No one's wearing a mask. I saw about 6 people total in a park that's probably at 80% capacity. So if you're real, like, super, like, I can't be around a lot of people without masks type situation still, it's probably not gonna be a great time for you. And I wouldn't recommend it. But as for me, who's vaccinated, it felt, and I hate this term, but it felt normal. It felt pre-pandemic in a way, where everybody was just out doing their thing. Occasionally you'd see someone with a mask to kind of break it up, but it was the first time I felt that in, since prior to March of 2020. So very interesting. But that'll wrap it up for Bites and Pints, Kennywood Park. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, there's a link in the description below. John Bailey did. You can too. If you would like to buy a t-shirt, you can do so at Spreadshirt. Also links to my eBay store, new Facebook page, Instagram, and Clubhouse. But that'll wrap it up for Bites and Pints, Kennywood Park Food and Drink Festival. My name is Tom, and I was here. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe. Bye, everyone. I'm feeling it.